What do we do when storms come? Hi, I'm Cheryl Bernardi, and I really felt like I had to share a word of encouragement and support in this very difficult time. Our hearts are all heavy as we see our fellow South Africans desperate, in fear, and in pain. And there just seems to be one storm after the other, and we all feel storm battered. So, how do we cope and how do we deal with storms that seem to never stop? In my own personal life, during the month of June, I faced a personal storm when I contracted COVID, and it kind of interrupted my life and my plans, and I thought I could get over it easily, but there was definitely a week where it was really, really challenging. And if it was not for the support of my friends and family, I would not have been okay. And so I'm grateful for the people that stood by me and supported me and prayed for me, and that I was able to recover. So many people have lost loved ones, and facing the devastation and pain and panic and fear caused by this pandemic and the third wave, we've had to face another wave of panic and destruction. I just want to share with you some of my own reflections on how to cope with storms. Because when the storm comes, it threatens to take us off track. We were going in a certain direction. All of a sudden, the storms come and pushes you in a different direction that you weren't planning to go to. Storms, because they seem to never end, and it's violence, and it seems to be so like a personal attack on our lives and our journey and what we've been trying to do. The resistance is so strong that it makes us feel weak, because we fight and fight and fight until we feel like we can't fight anymore. When storms come, they threaten to sap our resolve, and we feel like we want to give up. So when the storms come, there are three things I want you to remember. I want you to remember who you are. You are precious. You are valuable. Every single person listening to this today, you are precious and you are valuable, and your life is worth something. So if you feel at the point of desperation and giving up, I want to remind you that you are not alone. There are people that love you. There are people that care. There are people that would miss you if you're gone. So please hold on and reach out for help. The second thing I want to remind you of when storms come is to remember why you are here. If you haven't figured out your why you're here yet, this is the time to do it. People who actually know their purpose are able to be more resilient when storms come. When I had that very difficult week during the middle of my COVID infection, I had to fight thoughts of this is the end. And I kept imagining myself at my daughter's wedding. And sometimes there will be things that threaten us and want to kind of bring us to the end of ourselves. And so when you know why you're here, it helps you to fight and push against the storm, because you actually are powerful and resilient. And maybe you just need a reminder today that you are powerful. And the third thing I want to remind you of when it comes to facing storms is remember that we need each other. We can only overcome the storm when we unite in strength to rebuild the ship. And there's three things that you can do to help recover and rebuild after a storm. The first thing is to take stock of what's been lost. Has your faith been challenged? Has your hope been drained? So what are the things that when you started out on this journey of adventure, of where you were headed, you knew that this is where you wanted to go, and maybe you've lost some of that joy, maybe you've lost some of that motivation. And so the second thing you want to do is to take time to replenish, take time to get back to the place of this is what I'm here for, this is what I want to do, this is what I believe in, this is how I want to support my friends and family. And then, and most importantly, find the compass again. Find the reason of why you're on the journey in the first place. Perhaps a storm has given you a new perspective. I know that after I was feeling a lot better, I realized that I have found the work that I will do for the rest of my life. I found my sweet spot. I know that I will be till the day that I die in my old age. I will be helping people to be restored in their wholeness. That's what I'm living for. I want my daughter to experience wholeness in every single area of her life. And so these are the things that are part of my compass. These are the things that help me to remember where I was going before the storm. And so I want to remind you today that you have a purpose, you have potential, and you can activate your personal power when you remember that the storm does not have to define you. I'm asking every single person watching this video today to remember that the storm doesn't have to win. You can win, you can overcome, because you are powerful. I hope this video has helped you. If it has inspired you, please share with friends and family members. Share comments below to encourage others to not give up. The storm is going to come to an end and you will be able to rebuild. So let's keep fighting the storms together because we will overcome.